Thinking about starting a group home in Virginia? The process can be overwhelming, but if you follow these key steps, you can set yourself up for success. Here's what you need to know. Hi, I'm Isabel, and I own and operate care homes for seniors in Arizona. I've shown thousands of people how to do it all across the country, how to own and operate their own residential assisted living homes for seniors in all 50 states, including our students in Virginia. Before diving into the logistics, identify the type of group home you want to open and the population you want to serve. I focus only on seniors, but I'm going to break down some different types for you here today. This decision will determine your licensing requirements and operational structure. In Virginia, common types of group homes include adult group homes, assisted living facilities, foster care group homes, and substance use recovery homes. Virginia has some strict licensing requirements for group homes to ensure the safety and well-being of the residents. Licensing for most group homes is handled in Virginia by the Virginia Department of Social Services or the Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Services. Depending on the population being served, you're going to determine which of those is the right one for you. So begin by determining the appropriate license for your group home based on who you're serving. For example, you will need an adult residential facility license from the DBHDS if you're serving adults with disabilities or mental health conditions. Check with your local government to make sure your chosen property complies with zoning ordinances for group homes. Some areas may have restrictions or require special use permits, and Virginia sets limits on the number of residents per home and specifies staff to resident ratios based on the number and need in your population. You can visit the Virginia Administrative Code for detailed regulations specific to your group home type. A business plan is crucial for any type of group home and for just organizing your vision and securing funding for your group home. So start with a mission statement that explains why you're starting the group home and the impact you hope to achieve. Then define your target population, detailing the specific group you intend to serve. List the services offered, including personal care services, therapy, recreational activities, maybe even transportation. Your budget should include estimated startup costs like licensing fees, property expenses, renovation, along with all your ongoing costs, stuff like staff salaries, utilities, and food. Identify your revenue sources, which may include Medicaid waivers, supplemental security income, or private pay. Finally, outline your marketing plan, detailing how you're going to attract residents and connect with referral agencies. Starting a group home in Virginia requires significant financial resources, but there are several ways to secure funding. While the government may not directly fund your startup, Virginia offers Medicaid waivers for individuals with disabilities, which can reimburse group homes for the services they provide to eligible residents. Common waivers include community living waivers and the family and individual support waiver. Many residents will use their supplemental security income payments to cover room and board costs. Additionally, look for federal, state, and local grants aimed at supporting group homes, housing initiatives, or specific populations. You can also consider small business loans, crowdfunding campaigns, or partnerships with local organizations. In cases where government funding is insufficient, some group homes charge private pay residents to cover the cost. When selecting a property for your group home, it's important to check with your local zoning office to ensure the property is in a zone that allows group homes and to help avoid any potential complications. The group home typically needs to meet ADA compliancy, which is the Americans with Disability Act standards. This includes things like ramps, wide doorways and hallways, accessible bathrooms, and maybe even compliance with safety codes like fire suppression, sprinklers, fire alarms, and emergency exits. The property needs to have enough bedrooms, bathrooms, and common areas to comfortably accommodate residents, and the renovations may be necessary to meet those regulations. So be sure to factor in those costs to your budget. If you're curious how our students in Virginia Beach, Woodbridge, and Alexandria, and even Falls Church are cash flowing $10,000 to $20,000 a month or more on one single-family home, using it to serve seniors as a group home, check out this next video to keep learning with me now. The licensing process in Virginia is thorough and it can take several months. Start by submitting your application with either the Virginia Department of Social Services or the Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Services. Depending on your group home type, you'll need to submit required documents, including your business plan, property details, and staffing information. All staff members and you, the owner, must pass criminal background checks, along with child protective service checks if working with minors. Your facility will also need to pass inspections for health, fire safety, and building code compliance. Staff will need to complete training specific to your population, including first aid, CPR, medication administration, and behavioral support techniques. Additionally, you'll need to submit written policies covering things like resident care, emergency preparedness, medication management, and staff conduct. Your team can make all the difference when it comes to the success of your group home. Recruit compassionate, qualified individuals to provide excellent care for your residents. Be sure to meet state-mandated staff-to-resident ratios and provide thorough policies and procedures and resident care. Conduct regular performance evaluations to maintain high standards of care. And once your group home is ready, you'll need to attract the residents and build relationships with referral agencies. Look into collaborating with social services, healthcare providers, and advocacy organizations, and of course, attend local events and network with community leaders. Create a professional website and use social media to highlight your services, mission, and testimonials. After months of planning and preparation, it's time to open your doors. Focus on creating a warm and supportive environment for your residents by developing personalized care plans and organizing activities that promote socialization and well-being, and communicating regularly with residents and their families. Remember, the type of group home will change what you're doing and how you get started, but nothing is stopping you from learning those next steps. Start now. Let's go. Come on, subscribe and follow for more.